Welcome back to the Grand Tour across America in a 1988 560 SEC Mercedes. Now, quick recap, this is part two. Part one, I had done the initial purchase. I had flown all the way from Florida to Oregon to buy this 1988 560 SEC Mercedes, and I'm going to drive it all the way back to Florida, over 3,000 miles. And here you can see a couple clips from the last video. We got the car cleaned up, engine bay is looking immaculate, ready for the full inspection from the shop to really identify the engine oil leak that was pre-existing and other maintenance items. But no, other than that, I mean, she's still just driving absolutely stunning. As you can see in this video, is the night of the purchase. And so far, I mean, interior is in immaculate shape, exterior is in great. Mechanically, other than the leaks, it's running and driving amazing. No overheating, nothing. Now, we did drive it up to Roxy Ann Outlook before taking it to the shop. Here's some video footage of that, and it's almost 100 degrees here, and it handled it great. But at the top of the Outlook, it sat at idle for like a couple minutes, and then a little bit of smoke was starting to come from the engine compartment. So there's definitely some oil that was leaking off from the timing valve cover onto the engine and starting to cause a little bit of smoke. But it would clear up as soon as you get driving and as soon as you shut off the vehicle. So other than that, I mean, she's driving great, and hopefully, you know, we get her into the shop and it's just going to be some gaskets, nothing too involved. But I did give them a heads up on the situation, and that I already purchased it, and that the car's been sitting for 4 to 5 years, etc., etc. And so they said they'd be able to get to a handful of basic maintenance items before the weekend, and then they'll be able to do the more in-depth service next week. So I'll be sticking around this weekend doing some more stress testing. As you can see here, I took it up to Roxy Ann Outlook, which was a decent elevation gain. But the plan is for this weekend, tomorrow, Saturday, which you're going to see here in this video shortly, I drove it all the way up to Crater Lake, which is about a 150-mile round trip from Medford, Oregon. And it is quite the elevation gain. It is a volcano with the crater of the volcano filled with water. It's actually pretty incredible. Didn't know that existed out here, but so we're going to stress test the vehicle in this video. You'll see some clips of that, and then we're going to take it out to Redwood National Forest on Sunday to do further the stress test. Because yeah, I mean, if anything goes wrong on this vehicle, I want it to happen now, not in the middle of the country, in the middle of the night, being stranded. I've had that happen before, and I can promise you that is no fun. But yeah. As you can see here, some more shots of the Roxy Ann Outlook, and yeah, and then we're cut into the trip up to Crater Lake. So hope you enjoy that.
All right, quick update. We're out here in Oregon. Got the car, of course, and put about 300 miles on it, and she is driving beautifully. I mean, just so smooth. Engine, transmission, suspension, and I mean, the seating literally feels like I'm sitting in a couch. Just so great. Did take it to the shop though, of course, to get a full inspection to make sure that it's roadworthy. I'm gonna road trip this bad boy all the way back to Florida. A little ambitious, but you know, I took it to the shop and they said this car is solid. Of course, it needs some basic maintenance items for sitting for such a long time, but overall it's in great shape. It does need a gasket, which was pre-existing condition I was aware of, as factored into the price, but yeah, so unfortunately those parts won't be there here until Monday. So until then, I'm trying to do a little bit of sightseeing out here, and I'm checking out Crater Lake right now. And those of you that don't know, Crater Lake out here in Oregon is supposedly one of the deepest lakes in the US, if not in the world. Don't quote me on that. But what it is it's an inactive volcano that the crater is filled with water. Crater Lake. Yeah, so we just got here. Gonna see if we can get some good sightseeing in out here at the lodge, but so far from what I can see, it's probably gonna be a little bit of a hike up to the summit. I mean, I think we're at the summit of the volcano. Not exactly sure, so again, don't quote me on that. All right, we finally made it out here to Crater Lake. The lake inside of the volcano, the world's deepest lake in the United States, if not the world. Again, don't quote me on that, but check it out. The beautiful Benz right there. She made the trip, no problem. Oh yeah, just check out this view. You can still see snow on the ground. Amazing. That's it.
So yeah, here it is, Crater Lake out here in southern Oregon. Just absolutely breathtaking. And I had no idea this place even existed until I came out here. It's crazy. So look how freaking massive it is. They do have a swimming area that's on the north end, but it's like over an hour drive and you gotta hike down. So I didn't have time for that, but did get to check out the lodge here, which was very cool. Nice restaurant and bar, cool back patio seating with great views, of course. And overall, I mean, it was a great trip. The car handled great. Despite the leaks, there was a big temperature drop, even though there was even more elevation from the Outlook drive. But with the temperature drop, I had no issues with the smoking at idle or any of that. No rough shifting, no overheating. And so far, I mean, other than the leaks, she's still driving great. So far, passing the stress test with flying colors. And then, of course, had to take a little vanity shot. Why not? I'm wearing the cool aviators. There's another shot, backdrop with Crater Lake. But yeah, so then tomorrow we're gonna be heading out to Redwood National Forest from Medford. So we're gonna go from Medford all the way out to Crescent City, which is in Northern California, actually. And then from there, going south on historic US 101 and getting some nice coastal driving in. So that will be the second leg of this weekend's stress test before we get her back to the shop to do the known gasket replacement and other items. And they did make it a point to say that they won't know the extensiveness of what gaskets will be needed on the engine, if it's just the timing valve cover or not, until they get in there next week. So fingers crossed, we'll see. But hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one.